Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. And, you know, I go through Pinterest and I go through YouTube and Reels and all kinds of things to try to figure out new ideas on dinners and breakfasts and lunches and baked and canning and all that good stuff. So, I was going through stuff yesterday and I found this. And I asked Tom last night, well, would you like to try it? And he's like, yeah, why not? So, let's get to it. We're going to make 1-minute low-carb mason jar omelets. So, let's bring you over here and bring you down. Alright, so the first thing, I have 4 half pints, and you're going to want to spray the inside of the jar so that nothing sticks. Tom's like, how long does it cook? And I said 1 to 2 minutes. He goes, I'm in. Because we bought those things down at Bronson before, and they were pretty good. So we thought, why not try these? Alright, so I have 8 eggs. You're going to use 2 eggs per jar. So we got 1, 2, and I'm sure you could add whatever you wanted in here. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can add other stuff. It's no big deal. And if you think you're going to, use more than that, then you know what? Make bigger ones. You can make them in the pints. You could even make them in a quart if it's something that you want to do for a family breakfast. Of course, you're going to have to cook it longer, but you know what I mean. Alright, so there's 8 eggs. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put pepper in every one of these. It doesn't say to add salt. If you want to, you can, but it doesn't say so I'm not going to. And then you want to add some bacon bits to every one of them. You could use sausage bits, whatever you wanted. I'm going to use bacon bits because you guys know I have those from when I went to Bronson, so we use those. Alrighty. Then I have some pre-cut onions. I'm just going to use a few of those in there. Now, obviously, when you do these in the microwave, do not leave the lids on them. I guess you could if you got the plastic lids that just screw on. That would work out all right, too. Alright, so we have some onions. I don't know what I bought those for, but, well, here we are. And I'm going to add some yellow peppers from my freezer. And, if you wanted to use dehydrated, you could, because, you're actually putting it in liquid. So by the time you use it, unless it's that same minute, it'll come back and reconstitute. And I thought about doing that. Because I think I have all that stuff dehydrated too. I'd have to look. Then you're going to put a little bit of cheese on top of it. And I'm just making a big mess. See how I am? I would think you wouldn't need the salt because, cheese does have salt in it. So, I would think you wouldn't need that. But if you wanted to put the salt in there, you could. Or if you wanted to put garlic powder in there or, whatever else you want to put in. It's your breakfast. I'm not going to let all this stuff go to waste. My countertop is clean. So then I have my regular lids. We're going to put that on all of them. But like I say, before you cook them, unless you got the plastic ones, make sure you take them off. And then just, you can cover it with a paper towel or something like that too. We'll go on there. Now you want to shake it up really good because you want to break those eggs up. You know, if you want to use bits of ham in there, whatever you want to use, by all means. Because, you know, they have those add-a-egg thing, and those things are expensive. I mean, we got them because we went to Bronson and got them really cheap. But normally, they're really expensive. Look at that. And it didn't take long to make 4 breakfasts. And if you didn't want to do it in the microwave, if you don't have a microwave, you could always pour that into a bowl or into a pan and you could cook it up. So, yeah, it's not something that you have to... Hold on, guys. Sorry. Whoops. Hand's not working good again. Sorry about that. But it's something that, you know, this would even be good ideas to take on vacation with you. You know, Tom and I have been thinking about that because even though my income's dropped really bad and I need to find alternative sources, we have still talked about going on a vacation. Well, last night I went on Google Maps like my son told me to do, and what we want to do up east is a 48-hour drive. If you just never stop, never stay anywhere, nothing. And I mean, I kind of talked to Tom about it last night when he was asleep, but not good. So I want to talk to him about it more. And maybe we could just, like, we wanted to go to Colorado. He's been there, I haven't. But, you know, if you pack a cooler, because I am one that I do like to eat out. I'm not going to lie. But I also don't want to spend all my money on eating out. So normally we have breakfast in the room. We'll have lunch either on the road or, you know, in the room. And then we'll go out for dinner. But, you know, things like this, I can pack. And most of your hotels have microwaves. And we could have our breakfasts, and that's a pretty good breakfast. We could even take like bagels to go with it or anything else. So I'm thinking of terms like that, or people that camp. Like right now you don't want to camp. It's in Michigan and it's 20 degrees out and it's cold. Don't do that. I've seen these guys from Britain and they're like, it's so cold here. And I'm like, it was 33 degrees that day. I'm like, it's a heat wave. What are you talking about? So anyways, hopefully you guys give these a try, and Tom will try his first one tomorrow. But that is going to be a great breakfast, and it will be low carb. And they say it's 200 calories. So that's not too bad for breakfast. But just remember to take off your rings and just put over, you know, a paper towel or something over it. Maybe if Tom, when he makes it tomorrow, take a picture and then post it. So there we go. 1 minute low carb mason jar omelets. You guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing, and I'll see you at supper.